So I'm going to do this one more time. If you guys can show this to uh, the cheerleaders at Gulf Coast High School right now and the cheerleaders at Naples High School. I don't think Baron Collier, I don't think it really makes a difference, but if you want to get involved, cool, I guess. The reason why I'm positioning myself in a clean slate environment, I don't go to really any parties right now. I'm just focused on working. I have backup plans. I'm still technically an Uber driver, which is class. I'm a certified chef, right? But I have my own company. Right? I went up a class. Uber is like 6 figures. You know, you're a part. You can move up and work for the company like Starbucks. Um, but I'm an entrepreneur. But the reason why I decided to be like this is because it's clean slate, and I'm supposed to build trust with you. And I had to position my life to where I'm just going to be honest to you, because when you guys get into the real world, you're going to see very clear from the women community, like, this is a bunch of BS. You're going to see how unfair the world is. You're going to see how much of a difference Elon Musk made and kind people made, and Jeff Bezos and myself. I feel like I really, really, you know, like, if you women couldn't complain, the people that had the ability to complain, that had power, we complain. And I'm talking about, like, I have a younger sister, so I spoke on my sister's behalf. So just know, like, in all this NCA stuff, I have backups, but just know, like, when it comes to not going to parties and not drinking and not taking money, supporting H&M, or not taking money, or I use the word not selling out, because that's really what it is, not being a sellout, which means conforming your integrity, which is really hard to do. I wanted you guys to see that side of me, and this isn't about being real or faker. It's just, you guys are humans and you're real people, and you're going to be able to see the real world. And I want you to know, and I want everyone to just be honest. I don't know if they're saying this. This is I am the best one coming from Royal Palm Academy right now. And talking about, and I'm going to just explain it for you high school women. You have to procreate. So what does this mean? There are certain people that, because they're tall, have an advantage when they shake someone's hand in an interview. So when you are tall, like I'm 6'3", 6'4", I'm alpha to 5'9", 5'10", even to white people. So because I'm tall, in this city or in the world, I spread a lot faster in a work environment, which means I have an advantage to the opposite sex. So why does this matter? It's just because because it's involuntary response. I'm 100% in line with the universe, if that makes sense. So because I spread smoother versus someone who's shorter than me, I decided to make these specific things, like, almost like I'm a publicist, but like I really fought for these things. Like, you have the way this city sees you, and then you have the way the rest of the world sees you. So the rest of the way the world sees me is like, he's 6'3", like, you know, almost 6'4", still growing, in good shape or whatever. But I want you to see it like that. You know what I mean? I'm just one of those people that spreads, like, involuntarily. Like, I don't have to, like, go on my way and buy exposure. Like, you just say, like, things about him, like, oh, he went to private school for majority of his life. It spreads. You say he's 6'3", it spread. It, like, verifies, or like he worked for, like, Patar's restaurant, fine dining. That chef who hired me worked for Chef Ramsay's restaurant in Europe. You know, I worked for franchise owners. I know Baron Collier already talked about it with Tom. I don't want to put it on, but I want you to know that if you please trust me, the world did not used to be like this. And I'm talking about, see how good it feels? You see, I see black people at the store and they're smiling, right? Let's keep it like this. And I'm talking about, like, you women in high school, just giving you a heads up. The reason I just did this is the part of, like, there's some people like, oh, like, there's a part of me, like, if I could have done anything different, like, to my younger self, like, obviously I was alpha and it just, like, worked out for me, but, like, I was like, if there was anything that I could help the next generation with, what could I tell them? And I just said, and my interest was, I made the Isaiah Pilkington perspective. You know, it's almost like book writing. It's why I do music. I could have been selfish, made a bunch of money, live in the Ritz, never talked to anybody. But it's like, I knew that there was people behind me, and if I could show them something they couldn't find out on their own. Like, I'll give you an example. You have on your right hand, you have, well, first you're on the street. Right hand, you have stealing from people. You have doing drugs and alcohol. You have treating people with disrespect. Or on the left hand or the other hand, you have treating people with kindness, respect, cleanliness, working hard. Just, you see how you rise in class. So a lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people would be like, I'm just going to listen to everyone. But you can see the truth. Or all publicity is good publicity. I just knew that, like, I'm really, really smart. Like, I should be working on a movie, like, with Marvel, with all this District 9 stuff. And I'm like, I know there's someone, and I empathize with slow people. I know there's someone that's just like, I only needed a little bit of help. I needed to know one trick, and I would have made it in life. And I just made the Isaiah Pilkington perspective, because that's something that I would have had. Would have made a massive difference to someone like me at a younger age. Now, I was like pretty much like smooth, but just understand that once you women get into the real world, it's not going to feel like you're going to see, not the inequality, but it's like, how do I say it? It's like you're going to feel lied to. And I tried to help with that. Elon did, so there's hope there. Jeff Bezos did. And then I feel like I really did with that podcast. I feel like I really did. I really did. And me going to a faith-based university, you can see it. You can see me being out, like how that made a difference. You can see how my actions made a difference. You can see that not having tattoos or having tattoos does or doesn't make a difference. You can see that not having a whole bunch of criminal charges and I'm on the street makes or doesn't make a massive difference. Sometimes the world, like, because it does mean things to you. It's because rich people don't have to care. So this was just my, like, just like Marvel does when they do, like, I had one opportunity to, like, help my younger self, and that is kind of like my gift to you guys. Like, it's gonna get hard, bro. Like, when you're outside, like, I'm gonna make my school look like fools, with what I've done. Like, when I meet you in person and come back for real. But just know that, like, I'm if not the best one from RPA. Like, meaning from like you have an advantage in life. Like, I'm probably the best one. Like, from, like, he's fit, like, he's tall, he's athletic, he can sing, he can write, he's a great temperament, based off a personality test for an interview. Like, I already did mine. It says your personality is what they look for in an office. Like, you don't even have to try it, and that's your temperament. So that's kind of like what I was getting to. Like, so I just want you guys, especially the cheerleaders, just take the time to really reflect on what I just said. Like, your life changed when I said all you had to do in high school. Like, your teachers will tell you, go to get your master's. They'll tell you, go get your degree, go make money, get married. And I said, all you have to do, this is my quote, I have a bunch, that's what I've been writing. All you have to do is show up. Brad Pitt showed up. American Idol showed up. Shark Tank, they showed up. I know this is like different TV, but I'm saying the guy that showed up for practice. The talent show. Like, I could break down my life in here. I'm going to also expand on that. Like, I went to talent shows growing up. That's probably why I spread. I didn't tell people this, but yeah, anytime they had like a talent, I don't think I went to the Gulf Coast talent show, but I went to, like, at St. John Newman, I was playing guitar for the school for Mass. I was the altar server. I was doing the baskets, for church. I taught Sunday school. When I came home from college, I think for like 2 years, I played a whole bunch of sports. I played lacrosse, played soccer. I played on Naples Extreme. I went to college for football. Went to like an Ivy League school, and I'm looking to go to like an Ivy. It's in that bracket of like really good schools. But the point of what I'm getting to is, like, I'm gonna put that into my book. You know what I mean? Obviously, so you guys can see the context. But like I took choir. Like I took choir after class. Like I took art class. Like I went on my way to like take neuroscience for like a superlative thing. It was an option in RPA to take neuroscience. You get graded on it. It's an advanced course that factors into your education later. Um, this is how I honestly feel, so you can see it. Like the whole staying in school stuff doesn't really matter. Like just look in front of you. Like all you have to do is show up. If it's the guy that's dad has a lot of money that's ugly that asks you out, sometimes you have to look in front of you. Like sometimes in life, it's not like at the end of it. Like it's right in the beginning of it, and you just have to show up. Like Luke Kuechly was at the freaking camp that now you had a letter in, or like you were in 8th grade, or like just I want you to pay attention. You know what I mean? Like one more time. Hopefully they'll tell you that Isaiah has an advantage because his dad has money, but like Isaiah spreads because he's gifted and like he's tall and he's like has a masculine presence. Like it's natural for him. So I just want you women, right? You women to understand in high school that once you leave here, the world kind of lies to you. They'll say like, you need to do this or do, but just understand. Like just read this back. Hopefully it'll make sense. I hopefully this changed someone's life. This was like my gift to people. And I didn't have to. That's the point. I could have just been selfish. Hey, been in a home and did not talk to anybody and just you know what I mean? There's some people that do that. Like they just make money and that's it. Talk to people. But once you saw, I went to the mall. It's right next to, it's a place to meet someone.